Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope everyone is doing great, having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for coming back and practicing with me. Thank you so much. If you are new and checking out my YouTube channel, my name is Daniela and I'm very happy to be here with you today. Before we begin the class, besides your yoga mat, make sure you have a bolster, 2 blocks and a belt. But if you don't have a bolster, then this can be replaced by a pillow. So just roll a pillow from your bag, turn into a bolster. Blocks are not completely necessary, but you can always use 2 books or 2 surfaces that look like blocks, and this is just a belt. It's not actually a yoga belt, it's just a belt. And a strap also will be fine. Today's class is the opposite of the classes you normally practice with me, where we move a lot. Today it's about slowing down a little bit. It's about self-awareness. We'll be moving slowly through the practice today, spending some time with ourselves, paying more attention to our body today. All right, so when you guys are ready, if you have your mats and all your props, let's begin our class today. Also, we're gonna challenge our patience today by moving props around quite a lot. So place your blocks at the back, this way, bolster on it. But again, if you don't have 2 blocks like that, just the bolster will do. Just place the bolster flat on the back and then will be enough. Now walk yourself against the bolster and lean back, making sure your lower back is going all the way down and that natural curve of the spine, it's not kicking in. So your lower back should be completely supported, and part of the neck as well is completely supported. Then bring the soles of the feet together and the palms facing the sky, away from the body, closing down the eyes or keeping them open, your choice, opening the heart, and just breathing here with me before beginning today's class in complete stillness and relaxed. Just slowing down, let your heart open, your shoulder dropping heavy on the side. Once again, reminding you to make sure your lower back is completely supported, the neck as well, and then part of my head is on this bolster. So you can adjust before any pose you hold today. Make sure you adjust first. Don't rush into. Rather stop the video, adjust yourself, and then play again. Making sure that you are finding a sweet spot to hold the poses today, so you can enjoy the pose and have time to just focus on your breath today. Today it's about self-awareness. So training ourselves to live in the present moment, and that is very important. As well, if your knees here in your reclined butterfly are not fully on the mat, support the knees as well on the side with either 2 pillows, or if you have 2 more blocks, place them under your knees on the side, and make sure your body is fully supported. Passively engaging in the poses today. So you are about relaxing more today. Coming back to what was I saying? I was talking about self-awareness and why it is important. It is important because if you are just jumping into a routine without, like a autopilot mode kind of, you are losing control over your body. You are losing control of who you are, and you're getting or stressed out, you're getting lost in your journey, you're getting lost in your day. Sometimes you're not even aware of what you're doing. You lost the breath, you lost control. So again, you're losing power over your body. You're not in control of your body anymore. That's why it's great to just take a moment, at least once a week with a class like today, to bring yourself with the feet on the ground, to pay attention to your body. Osho said, self-awareness it's a skill that we all have within ourselves, where we just pay attention to our bodies, we pay attention to our thoughts, to how the body reacts to certain situations. So again, is this a skill you have, but we're just not aware of it? So today it's about that. Bring awareness in your mind. Bring awareness back to you. Take 5 more breaths here with me. In total relax, observing your nostrils. Let your shoulders drop heavy on the side. Inhale long and exhale. Today you're also letting go of all the tension out of your body. So maybe you want to imagine that tension in your body like dark clouds, very black dark clouds that are clouding you, indeed, that are stopping you from being who you are. So you imagine the tension as dark clouds leaving your body with every out breath, coming closer from the inside of your body, these clouds coming closer to the skin, to your skin, and slowly leaving the body throughout the skin, through the pores, from around you, all over, inside you. Just remove it with every out breath. Feeling lighter with every inhale, inviting peace and calm. And continue to observe your breath today. Constantly think about breathing. Again, this class is different than a usual class we normally do when we're getting not so much time to pay attention to the breath. Today, it's the opposite. Today, it's about slowing down. Restore, inhale today. Final 3 breaths. Inhaling, belly rise, rib cages expand. And exhale. Feel free as well to open the mouth and let go those clouds out of your mouth as well. But again, I remind you to only breathe throughout the practice, in and out through the nose. Clouds are leaving from the crown of the head, out from your palms, sides of the body, chest, letting your heart shine again, letting yourself be covered by a beautiful golden light. One final breath here. Exhaling. And if your eyes are closed, gently blink them open. Bring a smile on your face as well. And then just extend the legs in front of you. Bringing the palms back down on the ground. Point the toes forward and back a few times. And then just turn to your left or right side slowly with control. And press yourself up. Come up slowly. Make sure you're not rushing in the poses. A passive forward fold. You're going to keep the feet slightly apart. Inhaling your arms up and exhaling. Paschimottanasana. We do this plenty. But today, again, it's about slowing down. So make sure you indeed having your body completely relaxed. You can even take your bolster if you want, or your pillow, and place it on your legs, and then just surrender, maybe resting on one side of the cheek, left or right cheek, or on your forehead. Bring the forehead on the bolster, but if you do so, make sure your nose is not covered so you can breathe properly. Relaxing the shoulders for about 10 breaths here. If you cannot reach for your feet, you might slightly bend your knees and just surrender again. Paying attention to your body the entire class today. Paying attention to your breath. paying attention to who you are today. Go inwards, look at yourself from within today. Get in touch with yourself. So again, we make sure we are not losing control over our bodies, falling into that autopilot mode and moving just like a robot. Just be loose today and connect to your true nature. You are wonderful, a beautiful being on this earth. You came here with a message to create something great on this earth. Final 3 breaths here. Again, I'm passively engaging. I'm not flexing my toes like we usually do. I keep my toes relaxed. I keep my upper body relaxed. And I remind myself to breathe all the time. Final 2 breaths here. Shoulders are completely relaxed. One more breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Slowly inhale your head up. Lift yourself all the way up and place the block, bolster, or pillow by the side. And just coming into a cross-leg seated position. Resting hands by the side, pressing the ground away from you gently. Just a few neck rotation, starting with the chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. Gaze up to the ceiling, left ear, left shoulder, and do a few more circles at your own time. I recommend that you do this circle slowly and gently today, no rushing. Make sure all the time you keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. You're not collapsing in your lower body. And again, if your mind is somewhere else, maybe pay attention to my voice. If you cannot keep your focus at your nostrils. Next time you reach the back, the head up or left ear to the left shoulder, just switch direction of your circle. Or at any time if you like. Going towards the right, just a few more circles here. Again, be gently with yourself today. Come back to the breath. Come back to who you are. And just keep inviting healthy and happy thoughts in your practice. Exhaling all the clouds of tension, those dark clouds that are stopping you from who you are. Let it go out. And one last circle here. Coming back to center. Bring the hands on your knees or thighs and roll your shoulders back just for 3 times. And forward 3 times. Beautiful. When you are ready, bring the hands in front of you. Press yourself to a tabletop position, making sure you are bringing wrists under the shoulders. You're bringing your knees under your hips. Your knees are hip apart. Your arms are shoulder distance apart. Spreading the fingers wide. We're going to do just 3 rounds or 4 of cat and cows. So inhale, drop the belly down, gaze up. Exhale, you're going to round into the spine. Inhale 2 more times, always keeping shoulders away from the ears. Look up. Exhale, you're going to round into the spine. Inhaling 1 more time. And exhaling equally longer out, or even longer if you can, let go. Inhaling to a neutral spinal. Moving into a downward facing dog. So tucking the toes in, knees up on the inhale, exhale, press back. Just bend the knees one at a time, saying yes or no with the head a few times. Make sure you're still spreading fingers. And once again, take long, long strokes with the legs, pressing them slowly, gently, not rushing, pressing the heels down slowly. Beautiful. Take your time. Again, bring yourself back to the breath and finding stillness in your downward facing dog. 5 breaths. Final 3. Two more. Are you patient enough to practice this class today? Where is your limit of patience? Measure your patience today as well. Beautiful. Gazing at the top, moving into a long pigeon pose. So remove any prop if they are still on your mat. And when you are ready, place your right lower leg in front of you, stepping the back toes back, back, back. Again, before you hold your pigeon, make sure you find the sweet spot to stay. If your right hip is elevated from the ground, you have the blocks today, or a pillow, place it under your right hip so you're not tilting too much on the right side. Make sure your left knee stays on the mat. You're not coming on the left inner thigh. You inhale away from the lower back. And today, if you feel like, you can use the bolster in front of you to lean on. And if you do so, again, make sure to bring it all against you. Resting the right side of the cheek on the bolster. Bring your forearms down on the ground. And again, just let yourself be. We're going to take about 1.5 minutes on each side and 1.5 minutes switching the gaze on the left side cheek. But again, if you're comfortable to stay on the right side, just go ahead. Relax the upper body completely and send love to your hips. I mentioned many times, in the hips we store a lot of tension and emotions. Negative emotions normally. So just let it go. Just the same way you're letting go of those dark clouds today. Let it go. You don't need any of this. You are, again, a wonderful being. So what is the point of not letting that out in the world? Not showing yourself for who you are. Breathing today is your main focus. These classes are amazing. And if you don't have time once a week, make sure to do it at least once a month. Give some yin to your body. Give some inside out healing to your body and mind. We all have expectations of finding peace of mind. Let's be honest, we're constantly thinking as soon as we open our eyes. But if you cannot be patient enough to find stillness in your body, how do you expect to find stillness in the mind? Now feel free to change the gaze on the left side cheek, or just stay where you are. Again, dropping your shoulders completely down and relaxed. Letting yourself be. And just again, come back to the breath. You can move your arms. Again, there's not right or wrong where to keep them, anywhere close or away from you. Anywhere to make sure that your shoulders are relaxing. You can move the pillow, bolster in any way you feel comfortable. And just surrender. Today it's about surrender. Self-awareness. It's really, really important that you get in touch with yourself again, with who you are. Relax. You're also giving a lot of healing to your body besides being more aware of who you are. You're giving a lot of stretching to your fascia as well by holding these poses for a long time. Beautiful. Slowly press yourself up, coming out from your pigeon. Remove the bolster or pillow on the side and lean onto your right hip, swinging the back leg forward and extending the right leg for a moment. Give it a break. From here, you're going to lean onto your left hip and bend the right knee inside, lifting your calf muscle to create space in the knee, to protect your knee, and to make sure that you are bringing, I'm going to do it on the left first so you can see me, and then I'm going to switch. So you make sure the heel, it's outside your hip. You're not, again, having the inner leg on the mat, but the top of your mat. So top of your foot, it's on the ground, heel it's up, outside your hip. And again, if you are leaning too much here onto your left hip, you're uneven sitting, place the pillow or the block under your left hip. Then after that, bring the knees as close as possible towards each other. Hopefully your knee's okay. And take the block, bolster, or pillow, place it once more behind you. Again, making sure your lower back is supported. You're gonna lean back, head is down, palms are facing the sky again, and close down your eyes. Stretching your quadricep muscle here. Left leg remains passive. You are breathing. If leaning back all the way like this is going to be too much for you, you can always just stay seated with one knee bent. As long as you're not collapsing in your lower back, just stay where you are comfortable. You're still going to stretch your quadricep muscle anyway. We're also stretching our ankle here. And if you're leaning back, you're opening your heart again to more love, dropping your shoulders down, and you let possibilities to enter your body through your heart, more love, compassion, and why not self-love, maybe first. We won't stay here long. Just 10 long breaths, making sure your shoulders are totally relaxed. You are relaxed. And you are again coming back to your breath today. Soften and remove any darkness from inside and around you. Why should you let something stop you from being beautiful, from being at peace and in control of your body? So that's why you are here today, to give some honey and sugar to your body, some sweetness to your heart, and to heal. Final 5 breaths here. If my countings are too long, you already know you can always come out before my countings are long. If my countings are too long, before my countings are over. I know. And then slowly turn the palms back on the ground and press yourself up with control, lifting yourself up. If the block is under your left hip, remove it and lean onto your left hip again and extend the right leg in front of you and down on the mat for a moment. And then when you are ready, give it a break to that knee first, that right leg. Bend the right knee the other way around, bringing sole of your right foot, the top of your right foot on your left thigh. Once again, if your right knee is hanging in the air, it's not supported, just use a block under your knee. But if it's going all the way down, just let it be. You're going to bring your right hand at the back and hook your right hand around your right big toe. And the reason we needed the belt today, if you cannot do that, just place the belt on the top of your foot, hold it with your left hand, and then wrap your right arm again behind the back, holding the belt so you bring the foot closer with the belt. Once you did that, belt or not, you're going to inhale your left arm up, making sure you're rolling as well the right shoulder forward, so your chest is completely facing forward, your right knee it's not tilted to the back. You're going to inhale your left arm up, and exhale, you're going to forward fold towards your left knee. Again, opening the shoulder a little bit here. We only stay for 5 long breaths. Your left arm it's relaxed. Again, if your right shoulder it's tilted towards the ceiling, inhale away from the lower back, and then try to roll that shoulder down, and then try to fold again. Final 3 breaths, passively engaging the left leg, softening your upper body. Bolster could be used here as well. You can place it inside your left leg eventually, and then just bring your forehead, if you cannot touch all the way down, if you feel like your upper body it's all tensing, you just place the bolster inside your left leg, and then forehead can go on the bolster. What we want to do in this pose is to stretch the left leg and open the shoulder, so we definitely don't want to tense our upper body. So if you feel like resting your head on the bolster or pillow, just go ahead. All right, inhaling, come on up, releasing all the binds, removing props if they are there, and with control extend the right leg back in front of you. Cross the legs once more, bring the hands in front of you, and lift yourself to a tabletop. Once again, make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, arms are shoulder distance apart, knees are hip apart. Spread the fingers wide, tuck the toes back in, inhaling your knees up, exhaling, you press to a downward facing dog again, moving the hips from side to side. This time your neck it's long, your head it's heavy. If you lost the breath, come back, remind yourself, why are you here today? You are here to totally be just with yourself. Make a promise to yourself. Make a promise to yourself to try at least little by little each time and challenge your patience. One more breath, maybe finding stillness in your downward facing dog with a complete heavy head and long, long, long neck. And then when you're ready, gaze at the top, pigeon on the left side. Place your left lower leg down on the ground. Step your back toes back, toes out, right knee down. Again, before you hold, move a little bit left and right. And use a prop under your left hip if you're leaning too much on the left. Inhale away from the lower back. And on the exhale, you're going to lower yourself down on the bolster that you place in front of you, resting on the right side of the cheek. And again, bringing the forearms down, adjusting your arms anywhere close or far from you, anywhere to allow you to surrender here for a minute on one side, and then turning the gaze maybe or not for about another minute. I want to remind you to breathe. I want to remind you to keep inviting healthy thoughts into your mind, into your body, and to just be today. Heal yourself from inside out. Be patient and don't let anger and stress taking over your body. Relax and be calm. Focus on the breath. Today it's about you. Turn the gaze on the other side, maybe on the left side cheek, or again stay there if you are comfortable. Completely relaxing your upper body, sending love to your hips. You might be also noticing maybe this side, it's a little bit different than the right. So don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong with you. I feel the same. Surrender in total relax. Make a difference if you are now feeling that the hips are screaming at you, and if it's very painful, please just come out of the pose. Don't force anything. But if it's a good stretching pain, then stay. I was saying, make a difference in between a good and bad pain. So if it's a good stretching pain, you're more than welcome to stay and enjoy releasing all the negative emotions that you've been storing, or maybe not. Even though if you don't have to let go of any emotions, it's still good. You're going to stretch yourself out. So either way, there is great benefit in the pose and in the practice today. Relax, relax, relax. Take your time. Final 5. 4, 3, 2 more. And last breath here. And then slowly press yourself up with control. If you have any blocks under your left hip, remove it first. Take the bolster on the side and then lean onto your left hip. And then swing the right leg forward. Extending the left leg out for a moment. Give it a break to that left knee, pointing toes forward and back a few times. And then when you are ready, you're going to lean onto your right hip, bending the left knee the other way around, lifting the calf muscle to create space in the knee so we protect the knee. Again, my heel come closer to my left outer hip. In the top of my foot, it's down on the ground. I am not keeping the inner leg on the ground, okay? So make sure you are okay. Also pay attention to the knee. Knees are sensitive, so don't force yourself in the pose, okay? Bring the knees closer to each other as much as is available to you. And take the bolster once again. Place it behind you. If your bolster is like mine, with one side smooth like this and one not, just make sure this knot is away from the lower back, okay? Always doing what is best for your body. Place the bolster against your lower back or pillow, leaning back, making sure that arch of your lower back it's not in, kicking in and hurting, compressing your back, your lower back, and part of my head, not my entire head, it's on the bolster, so it's okay. But make sure the neck and part of the head are there. Bring the palms to face the sky and away from the body. Again, just surrendering here, reminding you if it's too much for you to lean back all the way, to just stay seated on your sitting bones. As long as you don't collapse in your lower back, you will still be stretching. upper leg, and also ankle, and also lower leg. I'm coming back to my breath, and I am very happy. I hope you feel the same. I really needed this practice for myself as well. I have been doing a lot of things, not complaining. I'm very grateful. But sometimes we are doing too much, that we become overwhelmed, and then you feel your body aching. So you need a massage, you need any sorts of stuff to indulge yourself, thinking that you will feel better. Indeed, massages are beautiful, but those are temporary happiness. We should be doing massages just to enjoy ourselves, not going to a massage because I am in a horrible pain, I'm terribly in pain, so I need a massage. That's why find a balance. Find a balance in between left and right side of the body, feminine, masculine, yin and yang, sun and moon. Right? There's none one that lives without the other. The same is your body. Why you should be functioning perfectly if you're only running and doing, but you're not giving a moment of peace. Don't be surprised if you are all stressed out. Slow down. You are doing fine. Beautiful. Bring the palms back down on the ground if you're all the way down on the back. And slowly, with control, lift yourself up. Lean onto your right hip and extend the left leg out. Take the bolster away, place it on the side, give it a break to that left knee. If your left ankle there was a lot of pressure, maybe make a few circles with the ankle or with the both ankles, why not? We didn't do it on the other side, we can do it on this side. Inside circles, outside circles. And then when you are ready, bend into your left knee, once again the other way around, placing the top of your right foot on your right thigh. Again, if your left knee is all hanging in the air, please support your knee with a prop, with a block or pillow. Take the belt nearby if you use it on the other side, and use it on this side as well. Bringing the left hand behind you and placing the belt on top of the foot if you were using on the right side. Okay? Inhale away from the lower back, left shoulder if it moved all the way to the back because you're binding. Again, use the belt, it's much better. So you are able to bring the left shoulder forward, inhaling your right arm up, keeping the shoulders in one line. On the exhale, you fold. I'm going to use the bolster on this side. So if you use the bolster or pillow, place it inside your right leg, passively engaging your right leg and bringing the forehead down on the bolster, making sure again you are letting your nose out so you can properly breathe. You are totally relaxed. And again, if you feel yourself struggling with the half bind, by all means, please use the belt. I encourage people to use props so much. So I can't emphasize this more. Props are amazing. It's not about being a beginner or an advanced when you use the prop. It's about getting full benefits out of a yoga pose. This is what yoga is about. Getting better in your life, not just more flexible and stronger. That's great if it happens, and it is happening. But you also want to be completely without injuries. You want to feel good in your body. You want to be self-sufficient, so you don't want to get yourself injured or all tense only and not being able to do maybe yoga for a few days because you are all injured in your shoulders, let's say in this case. So you just want to use props if you need it. And then again, you are at home by yourself. There's no one can see you, no one can judge you, and I also won't judge you. You are my friend, and I love you, and I hope you love me back. I'm feeling good in my practice today. I am hoping that you feel the same. I am totally relaxed and happy that I'm recording this class. I had it in my mind now for some time, so
how they saying, divine timing. The day has come. Relax your upper body. Relax your mind. Come back to the breath. You are doing fine. Final 3 breaths here. 2 more. And then head up. On the inhale, lift yourself up, release everything, the belt if you're using, move the bolster on the side, and then extend the left leg in front of you. Again, pointing toes forward and back a few times, making circles or not, anything that works for you. And then bring the soles of the feet together into a butterfly and walk yourself towards your heels, inhaling away from your lower back. Place the bolster in front of you, forward fold. Resting again, forehead maybe on the bolster, again leaving the nose out, making sure you're breathing, or resting on the right side of the cheek. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm resting on the right side of my cheek, and then I'm gonna change the gaze soon, letting your forearms on the ground, walking the elbows somewhere closer to you to be able to relax the shoulders. But again, if this works for me, it might not work for you. So just please change in such a way to feel completely at peace today, completely relaxed. Again, coming back to your nostrils, observe your nostrils today, taking the longest breaths ever of your life. Train that brain of yours to properly breathe, knowing that the better you breathe, the healthier you stay. Let's use the capacity of our lungs completely. We are only using about 70-80% of our lung capacity. Why not using 100%? That's why you have it. Use it. Fill it all the way up with fresh air. And why not, if you can do this practice outdoor in a clean space? Imagine how good is that. You will be grounding yourself and filling up your lungs with fresh, good air. Sounds good. Change the gaze if you're resting on the right side of the cheek. Come onto the left side or stay where you are, or maybe you are on your forehead. Anywhere, again, remember there's not right or wrong always. It's only about you. You come first. You, your body and your mind. So do whatever works for you. Just 10 more breaths. Long breaths on this side as well. Please again support your knees if they are hanging in the air. Use 2 pillows. Letting go of the last bit of tension in your body. Maybe those dark clouds, they are not that dark. Hopefully by now they are just a little bit gray now. Getting better. Your clouds are getting lighter and less, hopefully. Why letting that to stop you from being wonderful? Let it go, let it go, let it go. And it's also, we are around full moon these days, so this is a great opportunity to let go all the things that no longer serves you. Beautiful. Slowly press yourself up and remove the bolster on the side, and helping yourself with the hands supporting your knees. Bring your feet down on the ground, hip apart, and hands by the side. Make sure you're not collapsing, and then just drop the knees from side to side, letting go. One more round, left and right. And then when you're ready, coming back to center.
Let's take one more downward facing dog. So crossing the legs, bring the hands in front of you. Make sure to spread the fingers, coming to a tabletop first, and then tucking the toes in and exhaling to a first. Not to a first one, it's the third. You see what happened? We are not able to keep focus for too long. So again, there's nothing wrong with you. We are all in the same boat. This is about being able to pay more attention to you this class. So take a few breaths here, bringing yourself back. I am also bringing myself back to the practice, back to this room, back to my yoga mat, so I can measure the words that come out of my mouth. This is a great example of losing control over your body, not knowing what you're saying. Because why this happened? While I was coming here, maybe I was thinking about what's my next move. So this is a great example of not living in the present moment. Beautiful. Exhale your knees down. Separate the knees as wide as the mat. Bring the big toes to touch and take the bolster. We're going to take a child's pose. Again, you can either use the bolster all the way against you and resting yourself on the right side of the cheek first, or you can just remove the bolster and don't use it at all, whichever feels better for you. I myself gonna use the bolster and then just take about 5 to 6 breaths, gazing on the left, resting on my right side of the cheek, and then I'm gonna change the gaze. But again, you do whatever you think it's best for you. Maybe once again, bringing the forehead down on the bolster, just relaxing the upper body. Surrendering. Today it's about surrendering. 3 more breaths in total stillness. Observe your nostrils. Maybe you already are able to exhale equally longer as your inhalation, or even longer if you can. And another good way to keep yourself present is maybe when you inhale, you say 1, and when you exhale, you say 2. And you continue until you reach number 10, and then you start back from 1. We'll do that with you later when we take our final Savasana. It is also a good way to meditate. I, in fact, learned this from Swami Sarvapriyananda. It's someone I'm following. I love this guru and I hope to meet him one day. Changing my gaze, do the same if you feel like. Coming onto the left side of the cheek, or you continue staying there. And I take about 5-7 breaths as well on this side in complete stillness. Inhaling 1, exhaling 2, 3 in, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And you start over again from 1 and you continue. This is a great way to be present. Beautiful. Let's press up. Coming out from our child's pose. Removing bolster if you had it. And then bringing knees together. Just come onto one side and then extend the legs back in front of you. Coming forward on your mat, making sure you have plenty of mat behind you. You're going to lean back with control and then just hug the knees into the chest, rocking only a few times from side to side. And then coming back to stillness, taking a happy baby. We're going to take about 5 breaths in our happy baby, rolling shoulders back and down, making sure lower back is down, and breathe. Once more, maybe counting. Shoulders are totally relaxed. Just 2 more breaths here. Relax completely. If you made it all the way to the end of the practice, you did a great job. Seriously, patience today is a big problem. Everybody's getting impatient. And again, including myself. And then you lose it, right? When you go out on the road, you're losing, you're getting angry, you're upset. So challenge your patience today. Spend this time with yourself. Hug the knees into the chest. And if you think about it, it's just an hour or so of an entire day. Rock yourself from side to side. Is nothing comparing to the whole day. Why can't we spend an hour with ourselves? Come back to center, extend the arms, letter T. And when you're ready, drop both of your knees to your right elbow and then extend the legs, feet towards your right hand, catching your big toes with your right hand, making sure this is not hurting lower back. You are bringing the feet closer to your hand, more than your hand lowering down towards your feet. And if that's not available, please place the belt around the top of your feet and help yourself with the belt. Keep the gaze up to the sky, or if it's available, look at your left hand. Relax your jaws. And if you're doing this in the house, maybe you even want to place some candles around you, lighting some incense, maybe keeping the light off in the room or just a little light, and just heal yourself today all the way from inside out. Just 2 more breaths here. Your shoulders should be relaxed, so pay attention. If you're holding tension, again, muscles around the belly, facial muscles. One more breath. And then bring the gaze back to center. Slightly bending in the knees, release the hook if you are hooking your big toes, and bring the knees back to chest with control. And we do the same on the left. Arms are coming back out, letter T, dropping both knees towards the left, and then extend the legs out. I'm gonna move just in case I'm cutting off. And then I extend my legs, bringing the feet towards my hand more than the hand down towards my feet. Again, place a belt on the tops of the feet and hold the feet with the belt if you think you need it, keeping the shoulder blades down equally, gazing up, or if the neck is okay with it, we gaze to the right. In complete awareness, in complete stillness. I hope by now you are really present. You are completely here with me, and not much with me, but more with yourself. I really hope so. Please let me know how your class is going. How do you feel? How did you feel during the class? And by the end of the class. Relax your lips. Relax your upper body. Make sure this is not hurting lower back. Just 3 more breaths. One more. And then slowly bring the gaze back to center. Release the hook from around your big toes, bending into the knees and coming back to center, hugging the knees into the chest. Giving yourself a nice massage again to the lower back, maybe even bringing hands on top of the knees and then just making a few circles on yourself, on one direction and then switching. Beautiful. Coming back to center. And for our final resting Shavasana, I myself going to place my bolster underneath my knees. And then again, I make sure my lower back is completely down on the ground, that natural arch of the spine, it's not kicking in. But if it's kicking in, try to press your lower back gently down and move your hips away or closer to the bolster until you are completely with the upper body on the ground. Then I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together and drop my knees heavy on my bolster in complete relax. Again, before you hold this, make sure you find a really comfortable spot. Palms are turning towards the ceiling, away from the body, and then close down your eyes. Cover your eyes today if you feel like. Remove the elastic from your hair if your hair is in a ponytail. And maybe you even want to take a blanket to cover yourself. Where you are coming back to your nostrils. After all that, after you find the sweet spot to hold, and once again, observe yourself today. Observe your belly expanding on the inhale and falling with the exhale. Maybe even counting again. 1 when you inhale, 2 exhale, 3 inhale, 4 exhale, 5 inhale, 6 exhale, 7 inhale, 8 exhale, 9 inhale, 10 out. And again, inhale 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, 5 in, 6 out, 7 in, 8 out, 9 in, and 10 out. Continue at your own time. Observe yourself today. Be at peace with who you are. Come back to yourself. Come back to the magnificent you. And just surrender. You did a great job today. You found hopefully some peace of mind, some stillness in your body and in your mind. Don't force the breath too much. This, like everything else, it's about practice. So just be, knowing that you can always come back to this practice when you need it. Slowly come back to your room. Come back to your yoga mat. And gently and slowly extend the legs in front of you. And maybe rolling the bolster out with control. And then bringing the feet and legs together. Extending the arms above the head. Give yourself a nice stretch. And then bending knees, turn to your right side or left side, any side you prefer, making a pillow of your upper arm and bringing the other hand in front of you. Taking a few breaths here on the side, left or right, whichever works for you.
And then slowly with the left hand, press yourself up. Coming into a cross-legged seated position with the hands at the heart in Namaste. Keeping the eyes closed, just a few more breaths. Keeping the outside world outside. Just a little longer. I hope by now your clouds are completely gone. Those clouds of tension are completely far away from your body. And you're feeling lighter. You're feeling peaceful and calm. And recharged, ready for another week. I hope you enjoyed and spent this time totally with yourself. And you are at peace right now. We're going to end the class here. Before we do that, I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here once more and practicing with me today. And most importantly, always say thank you to yourself for never giving up on yourself, showing on the mat for yourself, and honoring yourself in a positive way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The divine light within me honors the divine light within you. Namaste.